Welcome back. As I mentioned in my initial video, a lot of my training at this point is on my own independently, and I've had to really try to reconstruct how it is that I learn karate. And part of that, it has been really looking at what were the fundamental techniques that my senseis used when I was able to train with them all the time in Florida. And specifically, what did we do as white belts and yellow belts and orange belts that made the learning process easier? And what our dojo does is, starting with white belts, we do a stance drill that is the very basic stances. I've uploaded a video showing those basic stances, then showing what that looks like to have that stance drill. And then at yellow belt, we have stance drill 2, where we haven't introduced hands yet. It's still just the feet that are moving, but we're looking now at integrating kosadage, integrating a one-legged stance. So a lot more in-depth and a little bit more complicated, but it's still practicing that fundamental principle that, you know, in the Karate Kid movie, Mr. Miyagi played it as a joke, first learn stand. But there's a lot of truth to that in Goju Karate. All of our kata are fundamentally rooted in the stances. One of the biggest corrections I get every time I go back and train is make sure that I land and get set in my stance before I move my hands. And that is something that I have actually begun to integrate into my training, and I integrated a couple months ago when I was starting to really try to hone in on some of the basic corrections that I was getting, in particular with Saifa and Sayunchin, was I needed to focus on how I was planting my feet, how I was actually establishing my roots in every movement. And what I did is I turned every kata into a stance drill. Admittedly, I haven't done this with Sansei-ryu or Seipai at this point, but I have done it with the Gekusai katas as well as Saifa and Sayunchin. And I found it to be a very useful technique. So I am going to now include a quick video of me demonstrating that